What's up, y'all? I hope all is well with you today. In this video, let's discuss how you're not toxic enough to fit into toxic culture. This topic has actually been on my mind for a while, and I'm sure there's a good bit of you who watch this channel who can relate to this. The idea that you're not toxic enough to fit in. But there's a reason for that. You're not toxic enough to fit in because of all toxicity entails. Toxicity is all about tearing things down, whether that's progress, someone's self esteem, or even relationships. Authenticity, which is what you embody, is all about building people up, building meaningful relationships, and staying true to yourself even during times when it gets hard. As you know, we live in a world that is filled with toxicity. It's everywhere. It's in the people, the places, the food, even the air sometimes is too toxic. And because you are exposed to toxicity all the time, you could have had pressure put on you to conform to different behaviors, attitudes, and mindsets that just don't align with who you really are. Many people have grown to love toxicity. They got so used to it without even realizing it. And it doesn't help that all the toxic stuff, those are the things that are promoted and praised more. In modern society, outrage gets clicks. Drama sells. And sometimes it seems like the louder, the angrier, the more controversial you are, the more that stuff gets pushed to the masses. Social media rewards extremes like that, whether it's bad news or just some kind of crazy something that happens somewhere around the world. This is the stuff that they like to push to the masses to keep people toxic. It's keeping people low vibrational. From the movies to the music, even the commercials, all that toxic stuff, it gets way more praise. The toxic stuff is what goes to the top of the charts with the quickness, and it's on purpose. They do that on purpose to spread the agenda of toxicity. All the conscious artists that are actually talking about something, their stuff, it gets suppressed. They don't get that kind of praise. This could possibly be what's happening to you. You would fit in a whole lot more if you were more toxic. But since you're not, you don't fit in. But you've realized by living in this toxic world with a lot of toxic people that a lot of toxic things can happen. But you're not of this world just because you're in it. When you offer peace, love, empathy, and realness, that's considered boring to the vast majority who is very toxic. I mean, you may talk about controversial stuff here and there, but for you, that may just not be something that you like to indulge in all the time. Or maybe you're not toxic enough because you don't cuss enough. You don't get buck wild enough. You don't fight enough. Yeah, because if you don't want to fight with some people every day, you're not toxic enough. And here's the thing. If you're someone who doesn't thrive on drama and you just like to live your life peacefully, it can be made to seem to you like you are doing something wrong or like you're not enough to keep up with all the chaos. But you don't need to keep up with all the chaos. Think about all the different times you've been pressured to join in on the negativity that's always available and sometimes even projected at you, whether it's gossiping about somebody or being gossiped about or engaging in an online argument that won't go anywhere. There's all different levels of toxicity going on out here. And it gets real wicked when you are in the presence of anyone toxic. You over there handing out good vibes everywhere you go, but that's not toxic enough. Here's the real truth. Not being toxic doesn't mean you're weak. Not being toxic doesn't mean you're boring. It doesn't mean you're not enough. In fact, it means that you are strong enough to resist the pressure to conform. It means that you are choosing peace over chaos and authenticity over performance. During times when you don't feel like being toxic, you don't need to feel the need to be toxic anyway just to fit in. Instead of feeling like you don't fit in, realize that you're actually spiritually ahead of the toxic curve. Your ability to stay grounded and just focus on what really matters is what the world needs more of. If you have ever felt like you're not toxic enough to fit in, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not the problem. So if you are being who you are, if you are expressing your art or expressing your talent, and you're finding that it's not toxic enough to fit in with most people, then fine. That's not who you're doing it for. It's for you. It's for God and whoever you serve. God has been showing you why it's okay to be nice to people, to uplift people. He has been showing you it's okay to compliment people. It's okay to build people up instead of tearing them down. The world is already very toxic. It's too toxic. It doesn't need more toxicity. It needs more people just like you. Not being toxic doesn't mean you're too soft, you're too quiet, or you're too nice to belong. It means you are being exactly who you are supposed to be, and never let anyone tell you otherwise. You may not be toxic enough to fit into the toxic curve, but you are anointed enough to fit in with God. And you know, another thing that I have noticed that people who are non toxic, they are often used as energetic balance. Like people will go and be toxic all day, and many times they'll be toxic to you, but they still kind of want to have you around for that energetic balance. They want to feel that breath of fresh air that your spirit naturally provides. So be careful out here in this toxic world, y'all. Have you ever felt like you weren't toxic enough to fit into a certain something? Be sure to share your thoughts and opinions on this topic below in the comment section. Also, if you would like to book a one-on-one session with me, that will be down below in the description box of this video. I'll be back soon. Peace.